Hello guys and welcome back to another video. My name is ZaraTrixie and this video I am sort of excited and also terrified to make. I have been procrastinating this video the entire day, but now I'm just like, oh, you gotta do it. We are gonna predict the winner for this year's Eurovision Song Contest, and oh, it's the hardest Eurovision I have ever had to predict when it comes to predicting the winner. There are some easy way outs for making the predictions, but I feel like it's going to be a complicated year. You know, I think it will be a nerve-wracking voting going on this year. So, oh my goodness. But before we get into the predictions, I want to talk a little bit about the running order, because finally, very, very late last night, the organizing broadcaster from Italy announced the running order, and I gave up. I didn't sit up and wait for that. I made my reflection video and then I went to bed. My head was also exploding from the headache that have been a on and off relationship for me the entire week. But we're gonna take a quick look at the running order. I'm one of those who doesn't make too much out of running orders. I think there are so much to talk about if you want to go into theories and conspiracies and so on and so forth. For me, I'm just a little bit just looking at it from entry to entry and see how the energy goes throughout, like if we in general will have a good show. And of course, as always, I still always hope that my favorite entries will get a good running order, because there is statistics that can prove that there are better running orders than others. Like, for instance, we have the infamous second entry. You never want to be placed second. It has just become a thing within Eurovision, because it is known that starting number 2 has never won. I am pretty sure there are more running numbers that haven't won, but it has just become sort of a famous thing in these communities. And they have placed Romania, which I think was a very, very clever. Remember, there's one big thing we have to keep in mind here. The people who placed them in this running order, they knew how they ended up in the semifinals, aka how many people voted for them, how popular they are per se. We don't know that. We can only assume. I think a lot of people assume that Ukraine won the first semifinal and also assume that Sweden won the second, and therefore giving them as good starting numbers as they possibly could. Because we also have to remember that they are the broadcasters are not allowed to free-handedly order them as they want. They make a draw to find out if they're gonna be placed in the first or second half. If you know Eurovision, you know the drill around this, but it's a huge thing, and we've done that system for 8 years, I think. But that's why Ukraine is like in the bottom part of the first half, because they draw first half. And Sweden actually have been given quite good numbers in recent years, so I think the broadcasters didn't dare to give them any better starting number. I think still number 20 is good. Some things I find to be interesting is that it chose now to start off with Czech Republic. Czech Republic was the finisher of the second semifinal. I totally agree with placing Czech Republic first. I actually thought that they would place Armenia as number 2. I thought they would want to get rid of that huge staging prop situation as early on. So interesting start to having Czech Republic and then Romania. I think it was a clever choice to end up with Estonia in this given concept, or what you want to call it. I think it's a really interesting, the last going from Australia to United Kingdom to Poland, Serbia, Estonia. That is one ride. Sure, and I think it's a really nice way how they are going about it. Some people have been a little bit concerned that United Kingdom, who is one of the favorites, have been placed in between two very strong vocal songs, and that all of the three of them are sort of in that mid-tempo ballad section. I still think these are three very, very different songs. They will not be merged together. So I'm not at all nervous or anything like that about that. So yeah, anything else I want to say? I don't know. There you have it. Have a look at it and we can discuss more things in the comment sections. And as I said, there are other people who are like experts when it comes to running orders and conspiracy theories surrounding running orders. So go and check those out. I would now just make a huge jump into my predictions. I've said it many times and I will say it many more times. I think it's impossible to make prediction for this final because I realized there are too many songs that deserve to be top 5. Like there is like 15 songs really, in my opinion, that could be up there competing for top 5 spots. So it was hard, let me tell you that. So do I feel confident in my prediction? No, I do not. Have I tried to think a little bit outside the box? Yes, I actually did. So I will get to that. So let me just go from my number 10 and work my way up to the winner. We can skip the rest of the list. So starting with 10th place, I think Serbia will be up there fighting for the 10th spot. It's an interesting number. It's not, as I've said before, it's not to my personal liking, but it is memorable and it's unique and it has its own personality and it sticks with you. So I think they will manage to get enough points from both juries and voters. And then in 9th place, I have Spain. Many people think this is a winner and I wouldn't be mad. I love the number. I just think it will fall short. I love the choreography. It's maybe the best dance number, I think. We don't have that many strong dance numbers this year, which is fascinating. So I think they will win a lot on that. In 8th place, I have Estonia. I think they will benefit from entering last and being that late in the running order. So I like the entry, don't get me wrong, but I think a lot of middle-aged women will like it. I think people like my mother will like it and they will vote for this entry. In 7th place, I have Greece. So Greece is falling short just because I think they hyped a little bit too early. It's not hyping as much anymore because I think the other entry that is hyping wise timing better is Poland. So Poland will be in 6th place in my prediction, and the entry that I think will score a lot of televoters will be the 5th placers from Norway. I think there's gotta be an entry that will shock us, just like it's sort of like Kano all over again. I actually think Norway is onto something with their entries because they managed to send entries that really goes well with the audience, the voters. Now we're making it to the extremely hard parts. 4th position, I placed Italy. I think you always have sort of a lesser, I don't know how to put it, you will have a disadvantage of being the host country because people nowadays, I think they don't want to see someone who recently won win again because it will be more fair to see more people winning, that sort of thing. And now we're getting to top 3 this is random order now. In my top 3 I have Sweden, Ukraine and United Kingdom, not in that order because I don't want to spoil my prediction for you. But these 3 entries I think will be neck to neck. I think this will be a extremely hard and I'm trying to figure out which one I think will be the jury favorite out of these 3 and which one might be the televoters favorite, and or like how will the points split between these 3 numbers. And it's insane because they are so different. Like think of these 3 entries, they are so versatile within them, those 3 entries. So it's, yeah, my mind is exploding. I am gonna go a little bit outside of the box here. And I am placing, I will be so wrong with this prediction, but let's just go for it because it's fun, all right? And if I am right, imagine. In 3rd place, I have Ukraine. I know everything this year is pointing towards Ukraine winning, and there is that other gut feeling in me that has told me from an early point on they will win. But I just wanna try something new here, guys. I'm going my own way. In second place, I have placed Sweden, which means I placed United Kingdom as the winner. And now let me tell you my theory of events, like how we will make this setup possible. Imagine this. I think people have been praising Sweden for a long time, since we pretty much chose our entry, which has been really lovely. For once, people are not trash talking Sweden for sending pop and all of that. If you know, you know. However, I still think a lot of people see Sweden as being this overly favored country within the jury groups, and feeling like we have won so much in those recent years. We won in 2015. It's 7 years ago, guys. Get over it. Have we placed good since then? Yes, we have, and that is great. But people have been putting Sweden up as being one of the top nations in Eurovision for the past, I don't know how many years. Let's say 20 years, really, because we have had people working for EBU. Svante Oxelius, the man who introduced the semifinal concept to Eurovision, he was from Sweden, and then we had a Norwegian taking over after him, and now there's a Swede again in that position. There has been Swedes working backstage for Eurovision for many years, and in general, Sweden is one of the countries who take this competition very seriously and pushing it forward and evolving it as much as we can. But I feel that the general consensus is, if there is Sweden up against a country who hasn't won in like 50 years, I don't remember even when United Kingdom won the last time. It was many years ago. And I think if you have that choice as an audience, but you can choose this country who has won many times in the recent years and have performed well, or you can choose this country who has had a rough ride for the past 20 years and been in the bottom so many times, and now they have a good song that can actually compete with the other countries, and they are taking it serious for once again. It's like you're rooting for the underdog, pretty much. Will people think about this when they are voting? I don't know. So that's why I think we will see United Kingdom as the winner. Now, I think the Swedish song is amazing as well, and also hits home. And especially when I saw it in the semifinal, I thought it was a striking number. I really tried to take a step back when I looked at it in the semifinal and not look at it with my feelings and just look at it for what it is. And I think it is a more interesting concept as a entry compared to Ukraine, for example. I haven't seen enough of United Kingdom's entry. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've only seen the thing we got to see, the 1 minute preview. And that's why I think Sweden also deserves to win. This will be my official prediction. Now, what are my hopes in general for the show? I'm really looking forward to see what Måneskin will bring in their performance on stage. Otherwise, I just want to know who wins. Really, I just want to see the show. I want to see the entries, and I want to find out who will be this year's winner and where we will go next year. We have a situation, and we need to talk about that as well. What if Ukraine wins? They will not be able to host it. So we have a few entries or a few countries that have said they are prepared to step in as host country. Sweden is one of those, and our broadcaster has said they are prepared to step in and host it in the arena that we had the last time. Do I think they will let Sweden have it? Maybe if we come second. First of all, they will look at and see who can organize it good. Sweden have the experience, but imagine if they allowed Sweden to host. How will that go home with the fans in general of the show? Especially if we would know, for example, that United Kingdom want to host it as well. So I think if Sweden gets second place, they will have reason to say we will let the second placer organize it. If it's not Sweden who gets the second place, I think it really depends on which country it is. if it is United Kingdom, I think United Kingdom will get the hostship for next year, because they have also expressed that they want to host it, and I think they have showed it with this entry, and they have actually tried a few years to, and I think United Kingdom will be a good host. They had that anniversary celebration show a couple of years ago that was okay, and they have arenas, they have there is good communications going to United Kingdom. So I think it really depends on who comes in the second place and what those and what that broadcaster says, and then EBU will have to make a decision, because I think they want to have a smooth ride for next year. There have been a couple of rough years for EBU now with the pandemic going on, and really Italy has been a lot of issues organizing this, so I think they want to work with a country that can make it as smooth as possible and still make a great show. Alright, I have to finish this off because I have to edit this. I know this was a little bit of a longer video, but I hope you have stuck with me to the end. If you made it through, please like this video, help me beat the algorithms, and also subscribe to my channel. It will mean a lot to me. I can't believe how much my channel has grown within just this week. It's crazy, and I am super happy and thankful. I know I don't have that many subscribers if you compare it to a lot of other YouTubers out there, but I consider myself to be a small creator and basically a beginner on this platform. So I am super thankful for each and every one of you who comments and likes and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!